How's it going, guys? Psyche here, and today I'm bringing you another educational video about Identity 5, this time about Painter. But before I even talk about it, let me just show you this clip that I got on stream a few days ago with Painter. Please don't take a hit.
Yes! Yes! We saved him, boys! Guys, we saved
Yeah, pretty insane, not gonna lie. So let's go into Painter's skill for a second. Now, Painter was released about a week ago, so we know a lot more about him since his release. But basically, what he does is you need to stare at the hunter's face. Note, face, to start retracing their face onto the painting. Now, once you have this image in your head, you can start making paintings and you can drop one down. And if the hunter sees it at any point on their screen, remember, they have to be looking at it directly using their camera. If they don't, they will not walk up to the painting. But if they ever see it at any point, they will walk up to it and they will be stunned as if a palette was dropped on them. Now, at any point when this painty boy drops one of his paintings, he is going to get a permanent 2% buff. That's pretty crazy. One of his other buffs is that whenever he's rescued, he will keep that progress the next time he's on the chair. Now, a lot of people misunderstand this and they think they can rescue a little bit past half. The main purpose of this trait is so that if you want to rescue a little bit early, and in certain scenarios you do, this will not affect Painter because the next time he goes on chair, he will be back at the progress and you can wait until he's almost dead. And then the last one is supposed to be his debuff, which is it's absurdly nothing. It's a joke. Now let's go into a little bit more about Painter. Now, he is not like Seer. You cannot just look at the hunter and just start getting their image. You have to specifically look at their face. So this means any height, even though you can see at the bottom of my screen that I got some progress, it's just not enough to get the full face. Now you can see right here, I also try to look at her face and just the back of her head does not count. I get a little bit here, but then after that, it's just, even though I'm really close, nothing is happening. This also applies to any time you're in a building. So you see these tiny holes in this building that I'm in the hospital. I'm looking at the hunter's face, but I'm not getting any image of his face, so I can't put it on my painting. Now, as for kiting, Painter is insane. I don't need to tell you guys this. You can see right here, the Wu-Ching surprised me, and he does get a hit on me because this palette really sucks, but now I have his image. So now, even though I took a hit, there's no way he's going to be able to hit me. This painting is so deadly for Wu-Ching. Now, he leaves me, and when he comes back, he's going to have a painting to deal with. So this is especially deadly against Wu-Ching because he focuses on a hit and run strategy where he hits you once and then just changes targets. Now, this is incredibly bad for Wu-Ching because the next time he comes for you, you already have that painting ready. You see, guys, right here, he puts someone on a chair and he teleports on me. And I already used the good palace in this area. And what do I have? I have a painting. And he has nothing for it. He doesn't have excitement. There's nothing he can do. There's no way he can counter because I just dropped the painting way too fast. Now, at this point, there's no way he can hit me without having to teleport to the chair. So he's forced to teleport back, and I can just immediately start drawing another painting. Now, right here, I'm going to demonstrate to you guys the ridiculousness of his paintings. I get his image right here, the clown's face, and I can immediately start drawing a painting. But I can't draw for too long because there's a slight animation when you put it down. So notice how right there earlier, I let go of the painting so that I could vault the palette and not get a slow vault. Right here, I do the same thing. I drop the painting a little bit early so I can get ready to drop this palette. There is a slight delay as soon as you click the button to stop painting. And now I have this painting ready. And no matter what this clown does, even if he tricks me to vault the wrong way, he's screwed. Now, obviously, it wasn't the most effective use of a painting, but you see right there, it would basically gave the same value, if not better value, than a perfume because I can keep running as he's being stuck in that painting. It's as if I palette stun him in the mid-open. Now, right here, I already have another painting ready, almost. He's going to get a hit on me right here, but the next time he hits me, he is messed up because now he's going to have to deal with another painting. So I'm going to save this painting until he dashes again. Now, I don't have a lot to work with here because he broke the good palette. So I'm just stuck in this terrible situation against Clown and his dash. And he dashes and boom! Stopped him right in this with this painting. And there is nothing this Clown can do. The Painter is just amazing, incredible, good in any situation against any hunter, can stop dashes, can stop soul siphon. I'm not sure if it stops Ripper invisibility, but it's crazy how much this painting can do. Now, right here, you guys will see the value of even after the hunter leaves you, his paintings are still broken. You guys see right here, this was from the beginning of the video. He hits our mercenary, and our mercenary had a modified drill on him. He was about to get hit with an infinite rocket right here, and guess what? I stopped him. Had I not stopped him, the mercenary would have gotten hit, the mercenary would have been down for at least 2 minutes, and we possibly could not have tied this game if it weren't for that painting. But now, because of that painting, we completely ruined his chance of possibly winning this game, and now the hunter has to chase me because there's no way he's chasing a mercenary at this point with no rockets left. And at this point, I have a 6% movement speed buff, which is crazy. Now, against Dreamwitch, you guys can see an example here. Even though right here, the Dreamwitch will not be using the Servant, but you guys will see that I'm still able to record her face. Now, this will be especially helpful late game. Even though I never got chased in this game directly, this painting will be so helpful. Right here, I wasn't sure if the Dreamwitch wanted to surprise me, so I put the painting there. Now, technically, it is a waste of a painting, but you want to do this if you're not feeling sure if the Dreamwitch is chasing you. I could have also missed the calibration, but you never know. You never know when a calibration could show up, so I just put it there. Just drop it to be safe. Now, right here, you guys will see the value of Painter on the rescue. And I will go into more in this in detail, but right here, I have a painting ready. And I get hit, and I still have another rescue to do. I have another chair to go after. Now, I have this painting, and this painting is going to ruin this hunter, because I don't even have to use my Tide Turner to rescue. In fact, I will not be able to because the Tide Turner runs out. But instead, I drop a painting, and you guys will see the hunter actually looks away from the screen. They don't look at the painting, and I can get close to the hunter without them even knowing. And as soon as they turn their screen, as soon as they try to turn their screen, they're messed up. There's no way she's hitting me because she'll just get attracted to that painting, and she's messed up. Now, right here, I'm going to try to do the same thing, but this time, the Dreamwitch is going to switch to excitement. So painting is not an easy fix, but you have to be ready for that excitement. Right here, I was ready for it. I immediately knew exactly where to go. We're just not going to be able to rescue that mercenary. We're going to have to hope for the dungeon escape, which didn't happen anyway. But you guys can see, it just forces out excitement for such a small purpose. The painting, just one time, it forces out excitement. Boom, Dreamwitch is stuck with that trait for the rest of this game. Now, more in-depth, what about basement rescues? Because every survivor has trouble with basement rescue. What about Painter? Now, Painter doesn't exactly have a lot of mobility. His paintings don't give a lot of mobility. But he is still amazing. You guys will see. This Wuching wants to double hit me down, and boom, I stop him. There's nothing he can do. I just drop a painting, and I get a free basement rescue. Now, the game's still not over yet. We have still one more cipher left to do, and it's almost prime, but now we need to escape from a black Wuching, which is really difficult. So you know what I start doing? I start making another painting. And this Wuching, he doesn't want to take the basic hit, because then he'd be giving up the basement, and then that's an easy escape for us, and they'll easily pop. So I put the painting here, but you guys will see the Wuching will not get attracted to it because he's turning his screen around, and he's at a height. So you know what we start doing? We start healing because we know that we are protected by this painting. And as soon as he drops down, the hunter's messed up. There is nothing he can do. And we take the easy escape out the basement. And just like that, Painter makes rescuing looks like a breeze. He's actually an incredible rescuer. Both of these games I showed that I was rescuing, I had Tide Turner on. Because I decided that, you know what? He might not be a bad person to do the second rescue with. Now in this game, I will show you guys both kiting and both rescuing. I do a better job with my paintings this game than against the clown. And I will show an interesting, a little bit strange use of my painting on the rescue, but it still works nonetheless, and you will see why I use it. So this is against an Axe Boy, and the Axe Boy finds me first, which is actually a good thing, because the earlier I get my paintings, the faster I will start drawing his face. Now, I'm trying to avoid the soul behind me, because I know it's there. I'm making sure not to get hit by it. He starts placing more trees. I'm not sure if I have his image quite yet, but it doesn't really matter because I have these pallets next to me. So you don't want to rush it if you don't have to. He uses the soul right here, and I'm using this pallet. He actually just walked into it expecting me to not drop it, and now I have his image. So now he's very close to being messed up. I'm in a bad position here. He actually swung, and now I can actually just loop this area. I don't remember if I get hit right here. No, he just swings air, and I was ready for that. And so right here, I'm just using my painting. I'm just drawing as much as possible. I'm making sure to drop the painting down a little bit early so I can still make sure that I can fast vault these pallets and fast vault these windows. I get hit right here because of bad decision making on my end. I should have probably just went for the window. But now, even if this exploit comes after me, he has to prey on these souls now. If he comes close to me, I'll just put a painting on him, and you guys will see how much it limits him. In fact, he gave up on me. That's a big loss for the hunter if he has to give up. Now that I have his face, he's messed up. Because look at this. Prisoner goes down, mercenary is going to go down, and he's going to chair the person next to our cipher. Now, our cipher is above 80%, mind you, and we don't want him abnormaling it. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to immediately do the rescue. I have tie turner, and we're going to get this prisoner out of this cipher because we do not want it to abnormal. If he switched to excitement right there, you guys might have been wondering, why didn't he switch to excitement right there? If he switches to excitement and knocks me down, you guys saw earlier, the seer was already ready to go for the rescue. And if he switched to excitement, it wouldn't have done much. I would have been knocked down on the ground. Seer would have gone to rescue. As soon as prisoner escapes, I can get back up and start decoding, and he would have no abnormal. Now, right here, he eventually does switch to normal, I think. But it doesn't really matter because at this point, the prisoner has escaped. He had to choose either me or the prisoner, and I made that choice really difficult for him. And right here, a painting for an ability. This is how you want to use your abilities as survivors. Every time the hunter uses their ability, you want to use your ability. So it's a 1-for-1 trade. It's an even trade. You don't lose anything, and you actually gain time from your kite because the hunter had a trade ability, and now they're on cooldown, but you just effectively wasted their ability because you used an item, and that is just the power of the painting. Completely stops them, completely stops speed boost. So that is Painter in a nutshell. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this guy deserves a nerf for sure. He can do everything. He can kite amazingly, skilllessly, probably even more skilllessly than Gravekeeper. And you guys will see right here, I will take a hit to this Wu Chang, but guess what? He's not going to be able to touch me again. Because now for the rest of this game, anytime he tries to touch me, which he won't because now I have good pals to work with that aren't from a distance, I will just drop a painting down. Now he does have faster pal breaking, so I will have to use a painting here. But once I get this window boost, all the pallets from here are super close together. There is no way I'm going to need another painting for him to even try to hit me. And that's really Painter. There isn't much to say. I did hear he is getting a nerf, but I don't want to talk too much about that because nerfs are always subject to change. I do know for a fact that he's going to get less paintings, but I still think even after the nerf, he will still be probably tournament viable. You guys saw how amazing the use out of these paintings were. Very efficient, very good. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you learned something about Painter and just appreciate all the things he can do. Take care.